Hello there. Welcome to another episode with me, where we're going to discuss another article from my book, Life at an Ashram in India. Today's topic is about desire and attachment and how they causes sorrow. This topic of desire and attachment is actually central in the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads, because it is because of these two that many of us are unhappy. So without further ado, I'm going to read this article from the book. The title is Desire and Attachment, the Causes of Man's Sorrows. One of the most important lessons imparted by the gurus was on the things we desire and how we are attached to people and things, and these being the very causes of all of our unhappiness and sorrow. The sage said, the fulfillment or achievement of each of our desires also diminishes them. In other words, we won't want something we wanted after we have it. But after we have received what we wanted, our joy of having that thing is only temporary. When this temporary joy ends, which won't be long, we shall create another desire, and we will want that new object of desire now. This keeps repeating itself in a vicious cycle. If we do not get something we want, we become unhappy. If we do, it does not last long, and we become unhappy again. Are we still happy with the new mobile gadget we bought 2 months back, or that new car? Thinking of upgrading already? Hindu spiritual studies teach us to be devoid of material wants and not to anchor our happiness to things and people, for they are not permanent. It tells us to anchor down on God as the one and only source of all our joy, happiness, and material well-being. Only God is true and permanent. It emphasizes that the material world is an illusion or maya and is transient and ever-changing. The material world deceives men. Similarly, attachment to people and things is the other main cause of our sorrows and pain. When people or things leave us, we get very unhappy and sad. This has been caused by attachment that we have developed over the years without knowing better. These lessons tell us not to be attached to anything or anyone material, not even to our parents or children, as it is still attachment, and this will cause us sorrow in the end. People or humans cannot exist permanently in this, and this is why we should not get attached to anybody at all. Everything perishes in time, and the loving Lord wants us not to be unhappy, for we are His children, and He wants us to be happy at all times. It is said in the scriptures, and also said to us by the Guru a few times, even a mother can hate a child, but God will always love you. There is a greater and more in-depth understanding to this study, which can tell us how to go about practicing this without being estranged to our families and loved ones. It is nothing material, but an understanding of the soul and its intrinsic habits or state, and through this understanding, all truth shall be revealed to the seeker. We should not be attached to material things because we can't take them with us where we are going. We came empty-handed, we shall leave empty-handed. That's the end of that article. Basically, to simplify this, is whenever we have a desire, whenever we want something, we will try everything to get it. In Sanskrit, there's this word called sangha, which means clinging. So you want a certain object, and in the mind there is a clinging to that object. So until you satisfy that, until you acquire the object, this clinging will just drive you crazy in the meantime. So we'll do everything to get the thing that we want, or the person that we want, or anything that we desire. But here's the problem. Because we're always desiring things, even after acquiring that person or that thing, each desire is robbed of itself by the next desire, and the next desire, and the next desire. And because each desire is robbed by the next desire, and the next desire, and the next desire, this is why we are never ever happy. There are a lot of people who have a lot of things, but they're still not happy. Why? Because they keep desiring more. So until when will you get everything? Because there's always things that will excite us. There are always beautiful things that will attract us. There are always beautiful people that will attract us. You have a girlfriend, you have a boyfriend, then you see somebody else more attractive and you want that person. And then even after you get that person, you see another person and you still want the other person. So we are never ever happy. So this desire and clinging that happens to our desires is what causes us our deep sorrows and our unhappiness. So the moral of the story is not to be attached to things and to diminish all desires, and be happy with the self itself, which is your soul. Because the intrinsic property of the soul actually has no desires, and you and I, we are soul. The soul has no desires. It is happy on its own. The actual state of the soul is just pure joy and happiness. We believe that all this external stuff is what is going to bring us happiness. But as this article has already explained, each desire robs itself by the next desire. So when we learn to curb our desires and stop becoming attached to people and things, you return to yourself. And that's where joy, real joy, lies. I hope the session resonated with you. If you would like to hear more of interesting learnings like this from a Jnana ashram or a knowledge ashram, please subscribe to my channel, and please also share this channel with anybody who you think will benefit from it. Feel free to leave a comment as well, because it will help the algorithm promote this video. If you'd like to purchase my books, I've written 7 books, but 5 of them are on sale through ebooks as ebooks on my website, which is www.joynandy.co/ebooks. I hope to see you soon in my next episode. Have a great day. Thank you.